Hello everyone, welcome to Swiflearn YouTube channel where we connect like with the lovely YouTube kids. I hope you each and every one of you are fine. So today we are coming up with the next session of the topic that we were studying, area and perimeter. The first video, if you haven't checked that out, please do that. We have covered the perimeter with all the different variety of questions that can be asked in your school exams. All right, and what are the topics and the questions which are relatable to those topics and can be asked. Whereas in this session, we will be discussing upon area. So let's everyone ready. Before that, let me tell you something about the platform Swiflearn. So Swiflearn is an online platform which offers 100% live and interactive classes. So here the teacher is present live with you. So right now I'm present live. Hi, you can say hi, hello, how are you everyone? Great. So right now I am there to answer your doubts. But what happens to the students who are watching this video when I'm not there? So for them to answering those doubts and all the doubts you have or whatever the questions you have in your mind related to this topic, am I able to solve that? No, I aren't. So that's why this session of the Swiflearn platform offers live and interactive classes where the teacher is present live, so can they answer all of the questions. But if the batch is so big, so will she then also be able to answer each and every one of you? No, that's not true. So we know that beforehand. That's why we promise that we will give you a personalized attention batch with maximum of 6 students. That's right. So maximum of 6 students will be present in a batch, not more than that. We also offer here that we have a academic mentor team that keeps a tracks of your works, your classwork, your homeworks, your assessment. Each and everything is being tracked. Not only your answers, but also the timing in which you answer the question is also tracked so that the teacher gets to know that which question you took comparatively more time, and she can then teach you those topics and go back to that concepts once again. So we also cover syllabus as per school exam schedule. So whenever you have your school exam, you can let us know prior to that and we'll cover the topic and all the related questions beforehand and give you a lot of practice tests as well. So that is why it's known for its sincerity throughout the world. Yes, Swiflearn is known as India's most sincere learning destinations for classes 1st to 10. So all of you kids who are in class 1st to 10, what are you waiting for? Kindly quickly book a free trial class. Yes, the trial class is absolutely free where you can book and see whatever I'm telling right now, is it true or not? All right, so let me put some more light for the new ones who have just joined in. So this platform offers you a detailed progress like a statistics where the graph will get to know how are you proceeding. If the graph is increasing, that's what we want each and every student to do that. But in case it's a drop, then we'll make sure that we make it to again increase and we'll teach you the things very much. All right, we also have conducted a SAT exam. SAT is a Swiflearn academic test series which is performed throughout the world. So by this, each and every one of you would be participating and different country students would also be participating in this exam, and you will get to know how many of you are better than how many of them. Isn't that great? Yes. So to increase the score or to sustain that score in the SAT exam, you need to do is practice. Yes, we know practice makes a man perfect, or everybody of the human being perfect. That's why we are offering you unlimited practice tests where you can go and practice as much as you want. And these practice tests are of two types. One is subjective, one is objective. So subjective is the one which is like your school exam where you need to write each and every step by step to get good marks and you don't have direct options. The objective is that you have 4 of the options, you choose like any one of them. So this is how this whole system works, and we are here to teach you guys. And if you really like our sessions on the YouTube, then remember to subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon so that you never miss any update. Kindly share with your friends as well, because when we are coming up next, you can bring them together and we all can have a play and a quiz right now, so where you'll get to know that are you better than your friends or not. All right, so kindly share this video and you can like if you really like it, but remember to subscribe and press on the bell icon so that you never miss any update. All right, so here we go. Let's come back to the session. So I hope everyone, did you practice some of the questions on the area and all your doubts are clear? Perfect. Perimeter is done. So let's work on area this time. So we would be working on different things of the class, which is finding out the area of a rectangle, of a square, and finding out the area of a irregular shape. So what is irregular? Which are not symmetrical, which do not have same length and breadth, not like a square or a rectangle. So how do we find the area of such a thing? All right. So everyone ready? Can we start? All right. So area is only defined by looking at the closed figure. So when I talk about any of the figure and I say, suppose this paper, what am I talking about? These lines at the corner, I'm talking about the boundaries that comes in the category of the perimeter. Very good. But if I tell you how much white space is there inside, how much space is it something is occupying, how much area will I need it? This is known as area. All right. So if I put a clock, so I need to see how broad the wall is so that I can put that or not. So what is the minimum requirement of the clock to be put in that area is known as its area, is known as its space, it's known as area. All right. So right now, when you're sitting on a chair, right, you're taking some space. So what is happening? You're occupying the space, right? Yes. So that much area you need. So do you need to calculate the area? Yes, of course. I can't snap one over the other, so many things together. I have to have specific place on my study table as well, right? This is my bookshelf. This is my wardrobe. This is my every room, everything. We define some portion of the area of a room in something like, okay, here would be a cupboard. Here would be my curtains. This is my bed area. This is my side table area. Isn't that true? Yes. So the portion or the space that it is occupying will come in the category of area. So let's have an example. The amount of surface enclosed by a closed figure is known as its area. So when I talk about these two flowers, so which one is a bigger flower, A or B? Yes, everyone, what do you think? Which is the bigger, A or B? Quite easy, right? Yes, A is bigger. So that's why the area of a flower of A is greater than the flower of B. So this means it occupies more area. That's fine. It's bigger. So the bigger the thing, more the area. Smaller the thing, lesser the area, lesser the space it needs to be settled. All right, clear everyone? Okay, another example of area. So before we go into the formulas, let me give you another example of area, which is very easy for you to differentiate between a perimeter and an area. All right, so if I tell you, you have a wall and you have a painter to paint that wall. So which portion will you cover? Will you only cover the boundaries? Will he paint or will paint inside? What do you think? He'll paint inside, right? So in that case, we are painting inside and that is known as the area. Whereas in the fencing, we are just moving on the corners. We are nothing doing inside and that is known as the perimeter. So if we only talk about the boundaries, they come into the category of perimeter. Very good. And we talk about inside, what is occupying inside space, that we comes up to the area. All right, so now moving on to the formulas, that's so easy to understand that if you have a rectangle, we know length and breadth are not same. So now when I want to know the area of a rectangle, the basic formula is length into breadth. So this says that length is 60 centimeters, breadth is 30 centimeters. With the formula, it means length into breadth, that means 60 centimeters to be multiplied by 30 centimeters. What is 6 times 3? That's 18, 2 zeros, and centimeter into centimeter becomes centimeter square. So you need to take a note that we are using here centimeter square. So the area unit is whatever you have, centimeter or meter, it is always a square on the top, writing 2 on the top. Or you can write as square centimeter, square meter. All right, this is how you can also write. So just simple as that, you need to multiply the length into breadth, you get the area of a rectangle. So what do you think would be the area of a square? Now length and breadth are same. Yes, it's side and side. Very good. So let's have some understanding of real examples. So if sometimes you go and you buy a television, you say that how much is it? Like how long is it? So that's how they find out, okay, this breadth is 40 centimeter, length is 20 centimeter. So you multiply 40 into 20. What you get is that 4 times 2 is 8, 2 zeros, 800 centimeters square. Same logic when we have books one over the other. Right. So a shelf may have how much books can be fitted in, depends upon the what much area it is occupying. Right. So we'll have length and breadth. We'll multiply the length into breadth to find out this area, which is this one. Okay. So that is how we'll get to know what is length into what is breadth. And we got 20 into 10. We got 200 centimeter square. Clear, everyone? All right, so let's move on to compute the area and a perimeter, which is a critical thinking that you need to understand, like how is it an area or how is it a perimeter. All right, so here you go. Let's move on to the bigger screen so that everyone can see it clearly. Okay, so now when it asks you find out the perimeter, so what do you think is the answer for this perimeter? Yes, guys, it's a rectangle. Yes, true. So 2 times bracket 15 plus 4. This is what the formula of a perimeter is. It's 2 times length plus breadth. That is what am I doing? Substituting the value, 2 times 15 plus 4 gives you 19. So what is 2 times 19, everyone? Let's do it. 19 times 2. 9 times 2 is 18. 8, 1 carry. 2, 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. It's 38. So gives me 38 centimeters. Suppose it is centimeter itself. If it's meter, then it's meter. Right now, the units are not mentioned, so we should not write anything. It's 38. All right. So let's see. Are we getting the right answers? 38. Well, that's right. Great. Next question. Now it says find another perimeter. For that, you need to find out the perimeter. But now when I say to find out the area, what do you think will be the area of this case? Perimeters only refers to the boundary that you had traveled. But now it's asking you the area. Sorry for not making a straight line. Yeah, now it's telling you to find out the area. Area is length into breadth. That means the inside pink color, that is 15 times 4. So everyone, what is 15 times 4? Let's do it. 15 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 0 to carry. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. That gives me 60. Suppose this is centimeter, then remember it's not centimeter, it's centimeter square because area is defined in squares. All right, so that's easy of all. Great, guys. All right, super. Now moving on to the next thing that we have for you. You need to find out the area of a square. So we know as length, side and side are equal. So in that case, 30 into 30, that gives me 3 times 3 is 9. And 2 zeros gives me centimeter square, 900 centimeters square. And the area is always in the squares here. All right, clear everyone? So simple as that, whatever the length is given, that same you need to multiply with and you'll get the answer. So what are the different types of squares that we can look around? A biscuit is like a square. A clock is like a square. So in that case, we know this side is 3 centimeter, this side is 3 centimeter. 3 into 3 is 9 and the area is defined in square units. So we'll say centimeter square. Let's move to the clock one. It says 10 centimeter to be multiplied by 10 centimeter to find the area. 10 times 10 is 100. Centimeter into centimeter gives you centimeter square. So it's 100 centimeter square is your answer. All right. So now can you guess we can find the area of any irregular shape? So this was defined. We knew the rectangle length into breadth. That's combined. We knew the square. It's closed and defined side into side. But what about the irregular shape? So some shape which is not regular, like maybe like this. So what do you think will be the area of this? Do you have any defined formula for this? Or if I say maybe like a triangle. So do you have any defined formula to measure the area or the region inside this triangle? All right. So to do that, to make it easy, what is the technique that we are using? We will be using a graph. All right. So first we'll figure out on a graph paper with 1 centimeter square. So when you see on a graph paper, we have small boxes, right? So it's 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter up, 1 centimeter up, 1 centimeter up. So now what we'll do, we'll estimate the figure on the graph paper. All right. So whenever you need to find the area of an irregular shape, the graph of a square is 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Then estimate the area of the figure by counting the area of a square covered by the figure. So in that figure, you need to count how much are we covering. So you need to draw that picture on a graph. That is how it's. So let's take an example. This is the shape of a rectangle, or we have made it, and there's so many squares. We're trying to make it on a graph. So the moment I make it on a graph, I try to see, okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So right now, how many squares do we have in this one? Yes, everyone? We have 54 squares there. So now to every time, this is still a regular, it's a rectangle. So do we check, do we have same? So right now we have 9 cross. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 rows and 9 columns. We'll multiply. We got 54. So can you see there are the number of squares inside? Yes, we got to know that this graph method can also let us know the area being occupied by an irregular figure. So this is how we got to know that there are 54 squares which are complete on the grid, on the graph or a grid method. All right. So can you find out the area of the given figure? What do you think is the area on the given figures? So if I talk about this green one, what is the area? Everyone, what's the area of a green one? Let's count inside. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So the answer is 28 meters square. Isn't that right? Yes. Great, guys. So this is how it's so easy to find out the area in this case, right? Now that was even regular, but what about something like this? Is it regular? See, this one is a complete boxes. So let's count the complete boxes, whereas this are incomplete. So we'll talk about incomplete later. Let's talk about complete ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Any box that we left which is complete? No. So we got to know that we have total boxes and some are incomplete. So the full boxes were 32. Whereas when we talk and count of the half squares, and we got to know they were 21. So when we are talking about half of the squares and when we're talking about the complete squares, so when a complete square is there, that means they're complete, that is 32 square units. When we talk about this, that means we need to divide 21 by 2. So that means 21, we need to divide it by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. We got 0. 1 comes down. Isn't it? Yes. So for 1, what I need to do is, I know I'll not be able to 0. I'll put 0 divided 0. I got 1. I'll put a decimal. After that, I can add another 0. I got 5 and I got 10 as it is. Right. So the answer is 10.5. And now this 32 square units plus 10.5 square units, we'll add and we'll get the total area. So you see, like this, we are able to find out the area, which is an estimate because it's not an exact area. It's just an estimate that this should be the exact close by area, which is required because we're taking the half of a square. All right, so let's solve this question. Each and every one, we were able to do the irregular shapes. Now you can go and try and draw any of the irregular shapes on a graph and try to find out the squares inside, and you will get to know the area which is covering up. So we can make a star, you can make any human being or robot with different shapes and try to find out how tall or which area is it taking. All right, so now let's solve these questions. So find out the area for rectangular piece whose cuboid is 36 centimeters square and length is given to us. We need to find out the width. All right, so everyone who wants to try this question, so quickly try it and give me the answers. So let me tell you what is it saying. It's saying that area for rectangle is 36 centimeters square. Length is 9 centimeter. We need to find out the width or the breadth. So it's saying width. We'll say that width we need to find out. So what do we get? Area is length into width. So that is 36 is equals to 9 into width. And width is equals to 36 divided by 9. Remember, when this is getting multiplied on the side, the other side gets divided. So width, you will get it to be how much? 4 centimeter. Very good, guys. Everyone who were able to give me the answer beforehand, that's a great job. Yes, it is 4 centimeter. So this is another category that where area is given, the length is given, you need to find out the width, or it can be the area is given, the width is given, you need to find out the length as well. All right. So let's move on to the next one. You need to find out the area in a square meters where the piece of the cloth is given to you 1 meter, 25 centimeter and 2 meter long. So length, it is 2 meter. or width, we can say it is 1 meter 25 centimeter. So guys, now when there are 2 units, so still can we solve it? No, we cannot. So in that case, what we need to do is, let us make it things easy and convert it into one of the units. All right. So if it is in meter, let me convert this also in meter. Or if I want, I can convert it into centimeter. So whatever way you want to follow, you can. So I'll use both of the techniques in one of the questions. I'll use one technique, in other I'll use the other one. Just get to know which one is easier for you, and then you can follow. All right. So it says area is length into breadth. So before that, let the length is 2 meter, which remains same. Let the width is 1 meter 25 centimeters. So that means 1.25 centimeter. Is it clear, guys? If not, let's do it one thing. How you get this answer is, I can write directly or I can come into a step. The step is that it will be 100 centimeter plus 25 centimeter, isn't it? Yes. So that means we 125 centimeter. Now to convert centimeter into meter, I'll divide it by 100, isn't it? So that gives me 1.25 centimeter. 1.25 meter, sorry. It won't be centimeter, it will be meter here. So this is how you can convert the centimeter into meter or meter into centimeter. You can keep the answers, both of them in centimeter, and then also multiply. It's just your choice. All right. So what will be the answer now? The answer would be 2 times 1.25. So let's multiply 1.25 into 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. 1 carry. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, 5. Dot 0.2. So we got the answer as 2.5 meters square, because we all converted it into meters. So area is 2.5 meters square. All right, great job. I hope it's clear. You can use any of the things. Same logic, same technique. Let's see how many of you can give me the answer for this question. Now I'll use another technique that I was telling you in this question. So let me see how many of you can give me the answer. So it says that length is 4 meter, width is 3 meter and 50 centimeter. So if I say it is 4 meter, that it means it is 400 centimeter. Now this means 300 plus 50 centimeter. That gives me 350 centimeter. All right, so the area is length into width. So that gives me 400 into 350. If you think you're not so comfortable with decimals, you can use this as well. It's not a problem because it's not telling you to give me the answers in centimeter square or meter square. So in that area, the question is not specifying you anything. अगर नहीं बोल रहा कि centimeter square में ही चाहिए या meter square में ही चाहिए, then you can do any of the conversion that you're comfortable with. All right. So what do you think we have to do? In this question, when we have so many zeros, we multiply 35 into 4. And in the end, we'll add 3 zeros. So we don't need to do that, right? Let's multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. 0 to carry. 4 times 3 is, what's 4 times 3? 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14. So we got 1, 4. So we want 4, 0. So we got 1,40,000, right? So 1,40,000 centimeters square. Now, if the question tells you in meter square, so what you need to do is, for converting centimeter into meter, you divide it by 100. For converting centimeter square, that means centimeter into centimeter. This is what it means. So that means it will be meter into meter. That means divided by 100 divided by 100 will give you divided by 10,000. All right. So when you divide by 10,000, comes out to be 14 meters square. And this is how you can get the answers in meters square as well. All right. So here you go. We have some of the questions that you need to solve. Quickly do it. Let's see how many of you can do this question with us. The question says that the area is given to you, that is 30 meters square. Let me read the question once again. The area of a rectangular garden is, length is given to you is 50 meters and the area is 300 meters square. We need to find out the breadth of this or width of this garden. So we know area of a rectangular one is length into breadth. area is 300 is equals to 50 into the breadth that we are going to do. So when it's getting multiplied, on the other hand, what it becomes division. So breadth is equals to 300 divided by 50. Now we get breadth is equals to 6 meters square. So this is how you'll get the answer. Very good, guys, who were able to do that. That's brilliant. You were very quick in this and you finally got the answer. All right, 6 meters is the right answer. Moving on to next one. Let's see how many of you can find this question. Answer: the total cost of the tiling of a rectangular plot is given to us. Length is given and the width is given, and we need to find out the cost, and it's given to me. It's 100 meters square. So just circle it. It's saying per 100 meters square. That means we need to have 100 meters to get the answer. All right, let's see how. So area is equals to 500 into 200 meter. Right, it will give me meter square. So 5 times 2 is 10. Then we have 2 zeros and we have 2 zeros. So we got something like this, meter square. Now it's saying 100 meter square. So means this one will give me 1 of the 100. This one will give me 2 of the 100, right? So now what I need to do is, before doing this, it says 100 meters square. So what I need to do is, I need to find out and divide it by 100. So I'll say, okay, area in 100 meters square is equals to 1000. All right, I divided by 100 and I got 100,000. Now the cost of 1 meter, 100 meters square is, let's do this, write it like this, area. Now you have to write cost. Cost of tiling 100 meter square, or per 100 meter square you can also write, is equals to rupees 8. Then cost of tiling 1000 meter square, 100 meter square, this is how you'll write, 100 meter square is equals to 8 into 1000 will give you 8,000 rupees. So how many of you got the 8,000 rupees as the answer? Let us see, is it the right one? Yes, that's right. You got 8,000 rupees as your answer. Very good, guys. Moving on to the next question. Let's see how many of you can solve this. The next question says the tabletop measures 2 meters by 1 meter 50 centimeters. You need to find out the area in square meters. So that means you need to find out in meters. All right. So you can't go to centimeters. You need to find out in meters. So let's see how. Length we have already given 2 meters. Right, and the width is given to me 1 meter 50 centimeter, which gives me 100 centimeter plus 50 centimeter. You need to write the reason, since 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. All right, but give me. Now, in this case, you are converting into centimeter, but is it asking you in the centimeter? No. So for this, what you need to do is, you'll not go by this method. Instead, you will be using the other way around. It's the same thing. You will say 1 meter plus, this will be how much? 0.50 meter, since 1 centimeter, or you can say 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. You can say that, or you can say this as, you write 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, the simplest of all. So that will give you that it means that 1 centimeter is equals to 0.01 meter. This is how you get this answer. Now you got 1.50 meter. All right, so after writing this, you know what is the length, what is the breadth. So the length was 2 meter. The width was 1.50 meter. So area is equals to length into width. That gives me 1.5 into 2. That gives you how much? Yes, that's right. The answer is 3. So you'll get 3.0, 3.0, which gives you 3 meters square as your answer. Very good, guys. You were easy, right? Now we'll convert it into whatever the units it's saying. So it's saying square units, so we'll remain to square meters. So why not convert it into meters itself rather than going to centimeters and then converting into meters? All right. So let's move on to the next question. It says length is 4 meters. breadth is 3 meters 50 centimeters. How many square meters of a carpet is needed to cover the floor of the room? So you need to have length, you have breadth, you need to convert. But before this, you need to convert this into meters, will give you how much? 3 meters plus 0.50 meter, which gave me 3.5 meters. So area is length into breadth. So everyone, can you tell me what is the answer? 4 into 3.5. So let's multiply 3.5 into 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 0, 2 carry. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. We got 1 4. So it comes out to be 14 meters square. So let us see, have we got the right answer? Did we do the right answers or not? That's right, everyone. You did a great job. It's the right answer. That is 14 meters square. All right, moving on to next one. Let us see how many of you can do this question first. It's a floor whose length is given to us 5 meters and width is given to me as 4 meters. Now, it's a square carpet of side 3 meters is laid on the floor. You need to find out the area of the floor which is uncarpeted. So before you going to understand this, let's do one thing. Let's make a graph for this, a drawing for this. So it says it's a rectangular part because length and breadth are different, of course. So that means the rectangle, it says this is 5 meter, this is 4 meter. Another one, a carpet is being laid in such a way that this is 3 meters. So automatically this will be also 3 meters because it's saying it is like a square, right? So we have made a square of 3 meters. All right. Now he wants me that if this much area is carpented, so what is the area of the thing which is not carpented? So what we do, we take out the whole area and subtract which is carpented. We'll get to know which is not carpented, right? This is what we are going to do now. So first of all, we'll find out the total area of the floor, which is length into width, which gives me 5 into 4. That is 5 times 4 is 20 meters square. We got this as a total area. Now we'll find out the area of the carpet. That is side into side, which is 3 into 3, which is very good, 9 meters square. So what is saying to find out the area which is not carpented? So we'll say area of the floor which is not carpented is 20 meters square minus 9 meters square. So what is it? 11 meters square. So everyone, did you get the 11 meter squares? Very good. So let's see, is that right answer? Wait, that's the right answer. We did a great job. Superb, guys. All right, moving on to question number 6. Let's see how many of you can do it. Now you need to read this question very carefully and tell me the answer in the chat box. All right. Now, what does it say? 5 square flower beds of each of the side 1 centimeter are dug on a piece of land of 5 meter long and 4 meter wide. What is the area of the remaining part of the land? So let's make a rough column. What does it say? It's a land. It's saying the same thing. It's 5 meter, 4 meter. And it's saying each side of 1 meter. So, but how much have they dug? They have dug 5. So this 5, if you tend to miss and you only say 1, then your answer is wrong. So it's saying 5. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it should be exactly same actually. So just let me make it and divide it into equal parts because the figure says it is 5. So it should be something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this much we have dug and we need to find out this area. So first of all, what we need to do is we'll find the total area of the land. Total area land is length into breadth. That is 5 meter into 4 meter, which gives me 20 meters squares. This becomes my first thing that I got to do. Now we need to find out how much is the area of the dug land. So area of the Dougland, what is it? Area of the Dougland is, you will multiply 5 into 1 meter, right? So we have 5 of the boxes that we are doing, and 1 into 1 meter square, that gives me 5 meters square, because the area is 1 meter square in this box, right? So 5 meters square, we got it. Now, what is the remaining? What we'll do, same logic, you'll apply 20 meters square minus 5 meters square will give you 15 meters square as your answer, which is remaining. So you'll write the statements. Remember, the statements play a very important role. You need to write that the area of the remaining part is equals to total area of the land minus the area of the duck part, which gives you 20 minus 5 as 15 meters square. All right, very good, guys. You are doing a great job. You were very, very quick. I can see the answers very beforehand. Moving on to next question. Now, this is another category. So read the question and take some logic and give me how to do it. Otherwise, I'll tell you. All right. Let's see how many of you can do it. How many tiles? You need to find out how many tiles. So first of all, when you're reading the question, try to underline or circle the things that you think are important or you are going to use, so that you don't need to read the question again and again. All right. So how many tiles whose length and breadth are given to you, length is this, breadth in this respectively, will be needed to fix into a rectangular regions whose length and breadth are given to us respectively. So what does it say is that this is a land which is total is given to me, is length is 100 centimeter and the breadth is 144 centimeter. Now it says you need have to put a tile. So how many tiles will it be possible? So you don't know how much tile will come, but for each tile, the L1 is given to me is 12 and B1 is given to me 5 centimeter, right? Now, so we'll say the area of the tile is length into breadth, that is 12 into 5. What you get the answer as 60 centimeters square, right? Now, area of the region is L into breadth. I'm writing capital 1, so that becomes differentiated. 100 into 144. That gives me 14400 centimeters square. So both of the units are centimeter square. Now, how will I know that how many tiles are we keeping? So what in this case, what do you think would be the logic? Anyone who can do the guesswork here? We have 2 regions, but how will I know how much tiles? Yes, very good, guys. You will divide. So you'll say to calculate the number of tiles needed, we'll say area of the total region divided by the areas of the single tile. So in that case, what will you do? You will subtract and divide it. You got 1440 by 6. So let's do the division of this here. 1440 by 6. 6 times 2 is 12. You got 24. 4 is 24, and then you got 0. So that means the answer is 240 tiles. All right. So what you have to do is you need to find, whenever it's given to need to find out the total number of tiles, or if given something to find out the total things which is being occupied and they're giving you particular thing, you need to divide the total from each of the area which is taken by the each of the tile. All right. So the right answer is 240. Let us see. Did we get the right calculations? Yes. See, we got it. Very good. All right. So I'm giving you similar this type of question. I want you all to give me the answers quickly. All right. So just 2 few of the seconds. Let me read the question for you. Meanwhile, everyone has to give me the answer. It's just on the same pattern. All right. How many tiles whose length and breadth is given to you? 4 meters. Length is first, breadth is later. 12 meters and 5 meters respectively need to be fixed in a rectangular region of length and breadth of 70 centimeters and 63 centimeters respectively. So L1 is 12, B1 is 5, capital L is 70, capital B is 36. Now you need to find out the area. So area of the tile would be length into breadth, that is same 12, L1 into B1. You can say that like that also. Or you can say small l. Don't say L1 if you're getting confused. You can say small l by representing, okay, this small stands for the tiles and the bigger one stands for the region. That's why I'm writing small n and capital L as the denoting value, so that becomes easy to differentiate. All right, so the answer is 60 and here it's centimeters square. Let's find out the area of the total, that is 70 into 36. You can solve and get the answers. What you need to do is, then you have to divide. So to calculate the total number of tiles, the total number of tiles will be 70 into 36 upon, we got 60. So we'll get that because it was 12 into 5 and the answer was 60. So now you can divide it and you will get the answers. So how many did you get the answers? Everyone, can you give me the answer what you get after dividing it? So the right answer for this question is 42 tiles. Very good, everyone. Great job. You were able to solve that. Super. All right, so that's it. Here we come to the end of the session. So we have revised the perimeter and area. Just as an important information, the important formulas, you can take a screenshot. Remember not to forget that because this is the right notes that you will be handy well before going to exams. All right. So the area of a square is side into side because the sides are same. Whereas for the rectangle, it's length into width or breadth. Whatever you want to say, you can use both the terminologies. Talking about the perimeter, it's only about the boundaries that a person is moving. So that's why the sides are same. So we'll say 4 into side in case of a square. And in case of a rectangle, it's 2 times length into breadth. So just erasing this all, kindly remember to take a screenshot because these are the notes that will be handy for you before going for the exams. All right. So we have learned the area of a rectangle, square, and irregular figures. So whenever someone asks you, can you find out the area for irregular figures? Yes, you can just make that on a grid or you can make it on a graph paper and you'll get to know, just count the squares which are complete, the squares which are half, and later on you'll get an estimate of what would be the area. All right. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. It was a great session with you all. I hope you have understood to solve these types of questions. We have studied different variety of questions which can come in your school exams where the area is given or the total areas are about to calculate. Length and width are given or you need to find out the number of tiles that you can put or how much paint is needed. So something like this which is used inside comes into the category of the area. So thank you so much for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you really enjoyed the session, then remember to subscribe to the channel, press on the bell icon so that you never miss any update. So that you never miss that when is the next session coming up. So this bell icon is very handy for you. It will give you the notification beforehand that which is your favorite teacher coming up. So can you take out your spare time and be with them and learn new things. All right, guys, take care, be safe and enjoy yourself. Bye, guys.